Today's topic in our Court Basics series: what is a service of process? The service of process is a really important part of how our legal system works. It makes sure that everyone involved in a legal matter knows what's happening and gets a chance to say what they think or want to do. Purpose of service of process. The purpose of service of process is to tell someone that they have to come to court. It's like giving them a special notice so they know they can go to court to protect themselves and say what they want. This important rule lets people have a fair chance in legal cases. What does a service of process include? The service of process papers will have the following: the name of the person starting the lawsuit, called the plaintiff, and the person being sued, called the defendant. The identifying number that the court gives to the case. The type of process, which means how the papers will be given to the defendant. Locations where the papers will be given, like the defendant's home or work. It might also have other places in case the defendant is not there. The number of copies of the papers needed to be given. The number of people who need to get the papers. A spot for the lawyer to sign their name and give their contact information. And there might also be a part for a member of law enforcement who can serve the papers. These papers are important because they let everyone know about the lawsuit and give them a chance to respond. It's a fair way to make sure everyone knows what's going on in the court case. When is service of process complete? Once you send service of process to someone, it's crucial to know when they officially received the documents. This is the last important step that you will do. Service of process is completed when you either have a postal mailing date, a date from the delivery service, an electronic confirmation, or a court stamp. When you send service of process, you need to prove that you actually delivered the papers. It's like showing a receipt when you buy something. Role of a process server. You can hire a process server to deliver court documents to the people who need them. After they have completed the service of process, the process server will give you a paper that proves that they delivered the documents. The process server will then file the paper with the court to show that the recipient has been properly notified. This can be called a return of service. Note: remember, service of process can be different depending on where you live and what kind of problem you're talking about. Every court has its own rules, and some cases have special rules for making sure that the service of process is done correctly. It's a good idea to talk to a lawyer or look at the rules in your area to make sure you do it the right way. This was brought to you, in part, by the Oklahoma Access to Justice Foundation and Legal Aid Services of Oklahoma. Thanks for watching.